Run to the store for some deals for graduation party, so I'm just gonna run through it real quick with you guys. I'm trying to keep the 4-year-old outside so I can get this done. We'll see how that goes. Alright, I just did a real quick trip to the store for some graduation stuff. I've got some sweet teas here that the kids really like. I'm just stocking up on those because I drink them all the time. I got some pork spare ribs. I don't normally buy meat from the store, but these were on a good deal. They were $2.99 a pound, so we could just smoke them sometime. And then same with these Kansas City style ribs. These were $3.99 a pound. We don't normally buy that stuff. We don't even really eat a lot of ribs, but I figured why not just grab a couple while they're on sale and throw them in the freezer. What I did go for is this ground beef, which I don't normally eat from the store either, but I'm making up a big batch of it for a graduation party, so I didn't want to use up our grass-fed beef, but this is really good beef. It's 93.7, and I got it for $2.99 a pound also with my deals. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a taco bar, throw that in the crock pot so that when everyone's here for graduation, I can just hang out and relax. Alright, I got Ritz crackers, which are usually really expensive. I got some for snacking on and then some for just the cupboard since they're on deal. I had a coupon on some nighttime stuff for the 4-year-old. More drinks for me just to throw down in the cupboard, and another good deal on the Tostitos cheese that we like. So those are all just gonna go downstairs also. Picked us up some bananas. They're always good just to have around. They had a deal on crackers, so I got wheat thins, thin crisp, more thin crisp, chicken and a biscuit, just for party food and to have down in the stockpile in the cupboard, and then some goldfish. They had a really good coupon on those, and we don't normally have those a lot for everyone. I was gonna say for the 4-year-old, but everyone needs them, so. And then I got just some snacky things for in the fridge for my husband, cheese for the taco bar, butter. I grabbed just 2. I have a freezer full of butter still, but these were $2.99 a piece, which is real cheap for right now. So I went ahead and grabbed 2, and I'll just throw those in the freezer. I have a half and half for the fridge. And then this seems like maybe it's a promotional thing. They gave me a good deal on it. I did read the ingredients. There's only one ingredient that seems kind of fishy, but the rest are real simple: milk, cream, and sugar. So I went ahead and figured we'd try it. I had a coupon on blueberries, so I grabbed some of those fresh for everybody. A real cheap pizza sauce for the cupboard, and then our last one of those cheese. And that's it for this haul. Today's lunch is browning up some leftover grass-fed beef in the fridge, the rest of these ingredients here with the homemade broth and cheese, and it's just going to be a homemade hamburger helper for lunch. We are starting the spring yearly deep litter clean out. I always want to try and show you guys just how much ends up in here by the end. It's hard to see on camera, but it's a lot. Have all these leftover reduced veggies, and I pulled this ham steak out of the freezer. I have the second pie crust from that pack that I bought from the store and some cheese. I'm just gonna throw together a homemade quiche today for lunch for when my husband gets home. We all worked together and got all the yards cleaned up for the graduation party. Here's my Mother's Day flowers I got, but I wanted to just walk around and show you guys how pretty it is. I know anyone that does their own yard work feels the same as we do. When all the work is done, it's so satisfying and it's so, so pretty. Today's dinner is going to be a steak and potato soup in the crock pot. My stepmom just brought new homemade stewed tomatoes. I'm gonna go ahead and use those right away. I'm gonna go through the potato bin and see what needs to get used up the quickest and throw this all together for something yummy for tonight. another bread machine. Thank you, Debbie. We're gonna try the bagel dough. It's only half a recipe so that I don't break the machine. And then in here I have some pizza dough rising, and I'm going to be playing catch up. I'm going to start another batch of rolls to go with it. These really are some of my favorite days. I haven't been making baked goods homemade for very long. It's been less than 2 years, but I just have to say how much I really enjoy this time in my life right now. This is how my time frequently looks during the week. I spend a lot of time making our bread and our rolls and our bagels and 99% of our meat, and I am just really loving diving into all of this homemaking. I'm not sure if it's the specific recipe I'm using or if it's how cool our house is most of the time, but bagels turn out so much better for me when I make them in the bread machine. We have been doing half batches. We have an extra person gone from the house right now, so I've only been doing 8 bagels at a time, which has been working out perfectly for me and the machine. I do half of them here with cheese, everything bagel seasoning, and you'll see me add some jalapenos to the top. And then the other half I leave plain with just cheese or things like that for the toddler or other people who don't want all the toppings on. broth going here in the corner. And I have some bread mixing up here in my new bread maker. We are going to take this broth we made and add in the rest of these ingredients over here to make a potato bean soup. It's one of our favorites.